Once you master the avocado shape, you can move on to, maybe a shape that has, three extremities. Or let's do this. Let's do. For those who don't know, my dad's a dentist. Let's do this tooth shape. I'm not going to have that one major axis. I'm going to have one axis, and then right around here it splits and splits. And that's going to be just fine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my contour ellipses. And then when I get down to here, I'm just going to do edge to edge. Let's sneak another contour ellipse in here. There we go. And with the contour ellipses in, all I have left to do is to organize the information for my viewer. So I'm going to go back in with my pen, and I'm going to decide to start unifying the first and second contours so that this becomes one beautiful drawing. And if you were my painting professor at Beloit College right now, you'd be saying, and truly the sum is greater than the whole, or the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. That's what he said. It's kind of an interesting theory. It's called Gestalt theory. The idea being that, the whole, which is all the parts put together, is greater than the value of each part measured individually. And then, so you could have a bunch of car parts, but they're no good unless they're assembled correctly. Once you've done the tooth, feel free to attempt, finally, the big moment, the flubber guy. So they start out with like this kind of starfishy shape. And if you're having trouble with it, don't worry. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of establish a center, and then each line divides into that center. So it's like we're giving him like a very, very, very simple skeleton. And then after that skeleton is built, we're going to give him maybe some of the muscle. And if you get to a sticking point, I would just start working in from a different side. Sometimes this can be confusing, so I like to work from out to in. I think that last one was not my best work. And we'll just kind of let the center figure itself out. It's so funny, but it's like there's some times where I'm just like, oh, okay, this isn't working. And it's just because all your line is like super blue. So here we go. We're going to let the center work itself out. But I am going to begin to outline all my wonderful line work. I'm sneaking a line in here. So the one thing I noticed when I was working on the Wacom and it was fixing all my lines for me was how nice my lines looked when they came out good. So now I'm being like a little more careful to get my lines just right. If I notice a mistake on the blue, I don't copy it. I like fix it. Alright, there we go. So there's my little flubber guy. Like, look at him. He's waving. He's saying, He's saying hi. These guys are a ton of fun. What I would say is you're going to want to do, 5 of one of these. So maybe that looks like 1 avocado, 2 teeth, and 2 flubbers. But it's like, you want to have your own, you want to have an understanding of your own ability level. So if avocados are anything that are working out for you, stick with them. Don't do these, just do 5 avocados. If you can do avocados after 3 and you're like, this is boring, okay, move up and do like a tooth. If you've been drawing for a while and you're like, oh my gosh, I totally have this, do all flubber guys. If you're like, oh my gosh, like who signed up for this? This is really difficult, and you're like, or maybe you've got a lot going on and just don't have the bandwidth for this right now, either literally or figuratively. You can do more of these. You can do more line-based design, especially in these early stages of the class. What we're trying to do is we're trying to determine what our ability level is, so that we can be a master of it. So, anywho, thanks for coming to the demo. Take care.